Welcome, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mark, and I'll be leading you through your practice today. This is a Vinyasa flow. We'll keep it at a beginner level, but always be mindful of your movements and really trying to time your movements with your breath. This is the magic of yoga. We are trying to unite movement and breath together. I'll be starting off in Shavasana, laying flat on your back, legs extended long, arms to your sides and palms to the sky. Letting the eyes gently close. Begin your practice with a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Settling into the present moment. Let go of thoughts of past and future. Focus on the tranquility of the breath. Feel the energy of the inhale, the relaxation of the exhale. Slow, calm, deep breath deep into the belly. On your next inhale, invite small movements to the body, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling into the wrists, the ankles, and gently rock the head from side to side. Slowly reach your hands and feet away from one another, stretching through the full body. Lower the arms to your sides, bend the knees, placing your feet flat to the ground and gently rock the knees from side to side. Keep connected to that long, calm, and deep breath into the belly. Draw your knees into the chest, holding the knees. Create small.
Make sure to roll in both directions. Everything from the belly button down is nice and relaxed. Hands and arms controlling the legs. Slowly coming to center. Open your arms to your sides, knees and feet stay together. Exhale, lower the legs to the right, stopping the legs from touching the ground, getting as close as possible. Inhale to draw the knees back up to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Flowing from side to side. Matching movement and breath. The movement and breath end together whether you're inhaling or exhaling, lifting or lowering. Coming back up to center. Hold the knees, gently rock. Place your feet flat to the ground, directly underneath the knees and as wide as the hips. On the exhale, press your feet into the ground, lifting the hips high, engaging through the glutes. Inhale slowly lowers the hips back down. Exhale to press and lift. Inhale lowers. Maybe incorporating the arms into the lift. As you exhale, you lift the hips and reach your arms overhead. Inhale lowers the arms to your sides as the hips return to the floor. Let the hips return to the ground. Making your way to your hands and knees, either rolling to one side and pressing yourself up, or rock and roll forward and back. You want to tuck the knees in and create momentum. Rolling back and forth. And once you've created enough momentum, plant your hands. Try to lift the hips, slipping the legs in between the arms, which can be quite challenging. Setting up into your tabletop. Flowing through the cat-cow. Inhale, roll the hips, the belly sinks. Open the heart and look up, pressing into the hands. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, head sinks between the arms. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Try to keep the shoulders over your palms, knees under hips. The next time the spine rounds out, that'll be the last time. Using an inhale to return to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward and let the shoulders drift forward. Placing the shoulders back over top of your palms, straightening the hip into a modified plank pose. If you're feeling strong and stable, you can flip the toes and lift the knees for full plank pose. Don't let the head hang. Draw the ears up towards the ceiling and reaching the crown of the head towards the front of your mat. Flip the toes if they are not. Exhale, press into the thumb and pointer finger. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pressing through the hands, reaching through the shoulders. The head hangs and the rib cage is tucked in. Lengthen through the spine. On your exhale, walk your feet into the hands, forward fold, allowing the torso to hang. Head is heavy. Transfer your weight into your toes as much as you can, but keep your feet flat to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the legs, flatten the spine, supporting on the shin, roll through the hips and reach the ears to the front, finding length through the back of the leg and through the spine. Exhale, fold forward, let the body hang. Give a slight bend to the knees. Inhale, ragdoll yourself up, rolling the spine into a standing posture, reach your hands high. Interlace the fingers. Exhale to open through the front body, taking a small back bend. Inhale for length, exhale for depth. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold, hinging the hip weight even through the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground your palms. Step or maybe hop your feet back to plank. Dropping to the knees if you need to. Exhale lowers you through the downward push-up, squeezing the elbows into the ribs, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, press the hands, lift the head and chest for cobra. Hips stay on the ground. If you feel pinching in the lower back, you're lifting too high. Engage the pelvic floor, flip the toes. Exhale, press into the hands, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your exhale, walk your feet into the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, reach the hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground your palms. Step or maybe hop your feet back to plank. Drop to the knees if you need to. Exhale lowers you through the downward push-up. Inhale, press the hands, lift the head and chest. Staying in cobra or straightening the elbows, lifting hips and knees off the floor for upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, step or hop your feet up to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, reach the hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground your palms, step or hop your feet back to plank. Knees up or down. Exhale lowers you through the downward push-up. Maybe trying to stop the body from touching the floor for chaturanga, low plank. This can be quite challenging. Inhale, press the hands, lift the head and chest to cobra or up dog. Exhale the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, step or hop the feet up to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall. Reach the hands high, interlace the fingers. Exhale, lean to the left, reaching through the right arm. Maybe letting the hips drift away from the hands, opening through the right side of the body. Inhale up to center. Exhale to the opposite side, reaching through the left arm. Don't let the body twist, and don't let the hips drift forward or back. Try to stay in a nice long line. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground the palms, step or hop the feet back to plank. Lower through the downward push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, reach right foot high. Nice long line from wrist to ankle. On the exhale, bend the knee and swing or step the foot through in between the hands. Drop the back heel on a 45. Inhale your hands high. Warrior one. Hips and shoulders square to the front edge of your mat. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift your weight forward. Draw the left foot to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh for tree pose. Nice long line, pressing that supporting leg into the ground. Don't sink into a hip. Slowly point the knee towards the front. Extend the leg long if you can. Exhale, lowers the foot down. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground the palms. Step or hop the feet back to plank. Lower through the downward push-up. Inhale, press, lift the head and chest. Up dog or cobra. Exhale the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, reach the left foot high. Nice long line. Exhale, bend the knee, swing or step the foot through in between the hands. Drop the back heel on a 45. Inhale the hands high, reaching the hands high. Nice and long through the body and core. Shoulders relaxed. Warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart, shift your weight forward, draw the right foot to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh for tree pose. Crown of the head reaching for the sky, supporting leg pressing you away from the ground. Sink into your drishti, your focus point. Something on the ground or on a wall that's not moving. Slowly point the knee towards the front. Extend the leg long if you can. Exhale, lowers the foot down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground the palms, step or hop the feet back. Lower through the downward push-up. Inhale, press, lift the head and chest. Exhale the hips up and back down dog. Inhale, reach right foot high. Bend the knee. Exhale, swing or step the foot through. Drop the back heel on a 90. Inhale, cartwheels the hands up. Warrior two. Reaching hands away from one another, shoulders away from the ears. Knee and foot pointing straight out to the front. Flip the front palm. Inhale to exalted warrior, reaching over the body with the right hand. Reaching towards the back of the room or towards the back of the mat. Maybe supporting with the left hand on the back leg, or left arm reaches behind the back, reaching for the right inner thigh. Exhale, float through the warrior two. Drop the elbow to the knee. Reach the left hand to the front. Extended side angle pose. Inhale, floats you up. Warrior two, straighten the front leg. Exhale to triangle, hinging in the hip. Reach the right hand forward. When you can reach no further, hand drops to the leg. Reach the left hand high. Or again, reaching for the right inner thigh, dropping the left arm behind the back. Exhale, lowers the left hand to the ground. Let the back heel lift. Transitioning into humbled warrior or pyramid pose. Letting belly roll to thigh, chest to knee, head to shin. If you need to bend a knee, bend the back one. Try to keep that front leg straight. Exhale, bends the front knee, grounding the palms. Step the foot back to plank and flow through the vinyasa. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to your down dog. Inhale, reach left foot high. Bend the knee. Exhale, swing or step the foot through. Drop the back heel on a 90. Inhale, cartwheel the hands up, warrior two. Hands are reaching away from one another. If you want to make the posture more challenging, deepen your stance. If it's too much, shorten your stance. Flip the front palm. Inhale to your exalted warrior, reaching over the body with the left arm. Maybe supporting on the back leg with the right hand, or reaching behind the back, reaching for the left inner thigh. Exhale, flow through the warrior two. Drop the elbow to the knee. Reach the right arm to the front. Extended side angle pose. Reaching your hand as far away from your foot as you can, or dropping the arm behind your back. Reaching for the left inner thigh. Exhale, lowers the right hand to the ground. Let the back heel lift. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, roll the belly down. Inhale, floats you up, bending the front knee. Drop the back heel on your 90. Inhale, cartwheel the hands up. Straighten the front leg. Exhale to triangle, reaching through the front arm. Let the hand drop to the leg. Reach the left hand or the right hand high. Exhale, bends the front knee to strength. Inhale, floats you up. Reach both hands high. Lift the back heel, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift your weight forward. Step the feet together. Keeping the hips nice and low. Sinking the hips down and back. Chair pose. Keeping the bend in the knee if you can. Exhale, step the left foot back. Inhale the hands high. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift your weight forward. Step the feet together, sinking the hips down and back. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, fold, hinging the hip. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground the palms. Step or hop the feet back to plank. Lower through the downward push-up. Resting on your belly. Drape the arms along the side of the body, palms facing the floor. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lowers. If you want to add a degree of difficulty, incorporating the hands and feet into the lift. Use your exhales to fully relax the body. On your exhale, draw the elbows underneath the shoulders. Inhale, press the elbows into the ground, lifting the head high into a Sphinx pose. Trying to relax through the belly, hips, and spine. Keeping the head nice and high. Exhale, slowly lowers you down. Slide the hands next to the ribs. Flip the toes. Inhale, pressing up to table or plank. Exhale, the hips up and back, down dog. Exhale to walk your feet to the outside of the hands. Semi-wide leg forward, fold. Allowing the torso to hang, head is heavy. Cross the arms in front of your face and let the body sway from side to side. Coming to center, release the arms. Exhale, sink your hips in between your heels, trying to keep the heels grounded. Low squat. Try to place the elbow to the inside of the knee, drawing your hands to your heart with a nice tall spine. If you can't keep your heels on the ground, the heels are lifted, I'd prefer that you ground your palms, bend the elbow, using the back of the arm as a shell. Lean your weight into the back of the arm, relaxing through the hips as much as you can. It's all about the hip opener. If this doesn't agree with the hip or the knee, stay in a forward fold or come up to standing. On your inhale, come up into a standing posture, reaching the hands up and away from one another. Standing star pose. Opening the heart and spine. Exhale, hands to heart, shift your weight into the left foot. Draw the right knee into the chest and either interlacing the fingers around the knee or left hand to the outside of the knee as the right arm reaches back. Maybe even taking your gaze towards that right hand.
If standing on one foot is too much for you today, you can keep the ball or the toes on the floor for stability. Exhale, slowly lowers everything down, feet hip width. If you have knee issues, fold forward. If you have strong and stable, lift your heels. Exhale, hands to heart, sink your hips to your heels for balancing squat. The closer the legs are together, the more challenging the posture is. Inhale to come up, stand tall, reach the hands high, up and away from one another. Standing star pose, maybe opening your stance a bit. Exhale, hands to heart, draw the left knee into the chest. Neither interlacing the fingers around the knee, pulling it in tight, or right hand to the outside of the knee as the left arm reaches back. Maybe keeping the toes or the ball of the foot on the floor. You are trying to rely on that left leg as little as possible. Exhale, slowly lowers everything down. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, hands to heart, fold forward. Let the body hang. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground your palms. Step or hop the feet back to plank. Pausing in plank, nice long line from head to heels or from head to knees. Make sure the hips aren't hanging. You're drawing in the belly button. You want to make sure your hips are not too high. Palm directly underneath the shoulder. When you can no longer maintain proper form, drop to the knees, send your hips to your feet, child's pose. Once in child's pose, calming the breath, pulling it deep into the belly. And if the breath feels compressed or restricted, open the knees, allow the belly to expand. You want to be drawing the breath into the body with the diaphragm. And this is not just in child's pose, not just in yoga. This is always. Become a belly breather. Use the breath to pull you into the present moment. Let go of any chatter in the mind. If you need more time in child's pose, take the time you need. If you're ready, inhale slowly lifts you up into your table, floating into plank. Exhale slowly lowers you down, squeezing the elbows in. Inhale, press the hands, lift the head and chest for cobra. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale to plank and into table. Exhale the hips back, child's pose. Inhale, lift. Through table and into plank. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, press, lift the head and chest. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale, lift. Through plank and table.
Exhale the hips back, child's pose. Last time. Inhale, lift. All the way to plank, and exhale lowers you down. Inhale, press, lift the head and chest. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift, pausing in table. Moving into a twisted puppy pose. Slip the left arm between the right arm and right leg, extending the arm out as far as you can, and let the shoulders sink to the ground, pulling the shoulder down towards your knees, and you're reaching the left ear towards the front edge of your mat. You want to keep the hip directly over the knee. You're looking to stretch through the left side of the neck, pulling the shoulder down to the knee, ear to the front edge of the mat. Inhale slowly lifts you up, pressing through the right hand. Ground the left palm. Exhale, slip the right arm through. Pulling the shoulder to the knee, reaching the ear to the front edge of the mat. Twisted puppy pose on the opposite side. Inhale slowly lifts you up. Walk your knees up to your hands. Flip the toes underneath your feet and sink your hips onto your feet. Moving into a foot stretch. This may get extremely uncomfortable. Full disclosure. Slowly walk your hands up your body. Walking up the legs. Trying to set all the way to the torso, into your heels and into the ball of the foot. Relaxing through your feet as much as you can. If this is too intense, place your palms at the top of the leg, at the top of the thigh, and lean some of your weight into your legs. On your exhale, walk your hands down, unloading the weight out of your feet. Uncurl the toes out from underneath your feet, moving into hero's pose, either sinking your hips to your heels or opening your feet, letting your hips sink all the way down to the ground. Be mindful of the knees. You may even need a block, whether it's on its lowest height, middle, or highest height, to alleviate any pressure in the knees. You're looking for a stretch through the front of the leg. If you don't feel much, you're ready to go deeper by placing your hands behind you. Maybe even walking the hands further away. If you still don't feel a stretch through the front of the leg, drop to the elbows. This can start getting pretty intense. If you have greater flexibility, you may be able to lay flat. If you feel discomfort in the lower back, you may be in too deep. Lift back up to the elbows. In hero's pose, you're trying to relax through the lower back, through the hips, the belly, particularly below the belly button, and then through the legs. And to come back out, shifting your weight from side to side, walking to the elbows, walking to your hands, and slowly make your way into a seated position with the legs extended straight out in front of you. Moving into caterpillar pose, one of my favorite postures. Drawing the toes, press through the heels, lengthen through the spine, and tuck your chin to the collarbones. Lengthening through the back of the neck, then lean the body forward.
Once you're as far forward as you can get, round the spine, sinking the forehead to the knees or towards the belly button. You may feel a lot of heat or tingling along the spine. This is a good thing, I promise you. Use your breath to let it go. If you don't feel much, you're ready to lift the arms, adding gravity into the shoulders, pulling the torso down further. And if you still don't feel anything, you're ready to interlace the fingers, draping the hands on the back of the head, and very slowly, very mindfully, releasing the weight of the arms and shoulders into the back of the head. Inhale to unravel the spine. Draw your feet in, placing the soles of the feet together, holding the ankles, pulling the heels in tight and lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, reach your head as far forward as you can as you roll forward, maybe even pressing the elbows into the thigh. If you're going to press the elbows, make sure you're not pulling up on your feet. That causes unnecessary pressure in the ankle. You want to be holding the shin just above the ankle. Inhale, unravel the spine. Extend the legs along. Slowly making your way to your back, sliding yourself down to the edge of your mat if you're not there. Neither supporting underneath the thigh, floating the hands and feet, rolling down as slowly as possible with full control. Once fully laying down, bend the knees. Place your feet flat to the floor, moving into a figure four. Drape the right ankle over top of the left knee. Maybe pressing the right hand to the right thigh, maybe drawing the left foot in closer and even lifting the heel. Or reaching your hands behind the left leg, pulling the knee in tight. Or even to the front of the shin. Exhale to let go of tension. Slowly and gently releasing the legs. Uncrossing the ankle, moving to the opposite side. Left ankle over top of the right knee. Neither pressing the left hand to the left thigh, maybe drawing the right foot in closer. Even lifting the heel. Or reaching both hands behind the right thigh, pulling the knee in tight.
Use your exhales to let go of tension. Slowly and gently releasing the legs, uncross the ankle. Open the arms into a T. If you're limited for space, bend at the elbow. Drawing the knees in as tight as you can to the chest. Exhale, lower the knees to the right, falling into your twist. Maybe using the right hand to hold the legs in place. If the legs can't settle, maybe using a block or two, sliding the block underneath or in between the knees, maybe a combination of both. If you feel like, and if you want to get deeper into the twist, extend the bottom leg long. Inhale back up to center. Pausing at center, gently rocking the knees from side to side. And when the body's ready, using your exhale to lower the knees to the left side, maybe shifting your hips to the right before you twist. If you want to keep the twist in the lower part of the spine. Keep in mind that one side may be different than the other. You may be able to remove blocks, or you may need to add blocks on this side. If the spine is nice and open, you want to get deeper, extend the bottom leg long. Straight down the mat. Inhale back up to center. Pausing at center, gently rocking the knees from side to side. Draw the knees into the chest. Reach your hands in between the knees. Grab the shin and let the legs drop open. Hands down to the ankles. If that's not appropriate, switch your grip, holding from the outside. The weight of the arms will pull the knees down further. If that doesn't appeal to you, maybe you want to move into happy baby, opening the soles of the feet to the sky, letting the knees sink towards the armpits. You're either holding the outside blade of the foot or peace fingers holding onto the big toe. You want to keep the spine as flat to the floor as you can. Maybe even pressing the tailbone towards the ground, trying to roll through the hips. Or your legs, try to straighten the knees. Taking whatever final adjustments you need, prepping yourself for our final resting pose, Shavasana. Arms to your sides, palms to the sky. And one cell, take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Draw your awareness to the body. Relax the legs and your hips, arms and shoulders. Soften the belly. Slowly start to deepen the golden light entering the body with love. And as you exhale, let that love reach out to somebody you care for. Let that love reach out to somebody you care for. Somebody you hold dear to the heart. Can't see right now. Hold dear to the heart. Maybe you can't see right now. Love her with love. Exhale to take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Invite small movements to the body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling into the wrists and ankles. And gently rocking. Maybe bending the knees, feet flat to the floor and rocking from side to side. Or pulling the knees into the chest to create small circles. And when you're ready, letting the knees roll to one side, pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Taking these last few moments for a practice of gratitude. Finding just one thing to be grateful for, no matter how big or small. Pulling gratitude into the heart as you want to feel gratitude and not just think it. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. With love and light from my heart to yours, from my home to yours. Namaste. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for joining me, guys. Have a good one.